Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kahakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwa that's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jachanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying. And just wanted to touch on this Cardi B. She's fussing about the grocery prices in her neighborhood. And this is in the People, right? People magazine or whatever. And it says Cardi B sounds off on rising grocery prices in her neighborhood. What the fuck is going on? Hey, so when you get these celebrities feeling some type of way about, things like this, because you have to realize, hey, see, this should be an example to you people, especially you women. Well, I ain't gonna just say especially you women, but especially you men as well. When you see these celebrities, just know that they're living just like regular people outside of the shit that you see when you see them on TV. When you see the light, the flashing cameras around them and paparazzi following them, they still have to live a regular life. You know what I'm saying? I just seen it was an interview with Fantasia, I think it was. And she was like, shit, you think we got it good. But hell, it's some struggling artists out here. We're struggling. You see? Because when the pandemic went down, there was a lot of struggling artists. That's the reason why a lot of them went out and they rolled their sleeves up. Because they wanted to go on the road and they wanted to get that money. They wanted to go do those shows. You see what I'm saying? So this is not a surprise right here. Because you think Cardi B live in the Bronx still? The hell out of here. She's saying her neighborhood. So what neighborhood do you think she's living in? She's living in one of those neighborhoods with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. She's not living in the hood. So I'm willing to bet you though she hey, it's gonna come a point where she gonna have to come back anyway. Her and her husband. And those children, man. Because it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be rough as hell out here, man. And it's gonna be for the celebrities as well. Don't just think that because these people are celebrities, they got a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, that it's gonna go down easy for them. Matter of fact, it's gonna be even harder for them. Because they're used to these particular types of lifestyles, but it's just gonna come straight to a point where it's like it's just gonna be shit, everybody for self. Yeah, the neighborhood that she's talking about right now, there's gonna come a point where she can't call 911. So, it is what it is. But let's get some of this, right? It says, and I feel her on this one though. Lettuce that was $2 a couple of months ago. It's now fucking $7. Of course, I'm going to say something. The rapper said in a video posted on Twitter. Okay, so shit. Matter of fact, though, I just got lettuce from Walmart a few hours back for $2. Not going front, But in the hood, hey, that same head of lettuce is like 4 and some change. That's why I kind of try. And you got to use wisdom out here, man. Do the best that you can. Hey, check shit out. Check the prices. And just, as long as you eating, you healthy, you know what it is, man. Because the Lord has given us wisdom to maneuver anyway. And then he's going to take care of us. That's why it's so important that we pray, that Proverbs 3 and 5, Proverbs 3 and 6. Matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. That's why it's so important to pray that, man. Because a lot of our people just wake the hell up and just go and just do whatever they want to do, so to speak, and they don't acknowledge the Lord. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart and lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. See? So, if you go on grocery shopping, you should be praying to the Lord. Yahweh, where should I go? You may have a spot that you normally go to, and he may want you to go somewhere else because it's a better look. You can even get around a dangerous situation, a traffic accident, or a damn shooting or a robbery or whatever. But it's important to pray these things to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because we're living in the days where, hey, we've always needed them, but it's no time to be playing games. So acknowledge the Lord, and He'll direct your path. So He'll maneuver you through even the regular supermarket that you go to, or your Walmart, or wherever you go to shop. The Lord, He can shoot you down through there and be like, hey, I'm gonna grab this. So He'll give you ideas. I'm gonna put this together. I'm gonna put this together with this together, and it's gonna be even a far healthier meal, for the low. Because see, Jake just out here, man. These motherfuckers, man, just want hostess. They want cupcakes. They want ding dongs. They want Cheetos, the hot flaming chips, and a bunch of other bullshit. See, we're about just our daily bread, man. Anyway, let's go back to what she's talking about, though, because it's kind of funny. I can kind of imagine her saying this shit with that accent she got. Because Cardi is kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? The way she be, the way she talk. Okay, it says Cardi B has something to say about expensive grocery prices. On Wednesday, the Like It rapper 30 shared an explicit video on Twitter explaining why she is speaking up about food inflation. In the tweet captioned PSA, which means public service announcement, the musician talks about her anger over grocery prices and why she is upset despite being successful. She says, let me tell, I can imagine her saying this shit too. Let me tell you something, when I'm complaining about food prices and you motherfuckers be like, ain't you rich? Why are you complaining about lettuce? Why are you complaining about this? She says in the start of the video. That's just that just shows people that when you become successful, when you got money, you're going to go broke soon because y'all not budgeting. The Grammy Award winning artist then explains how she sees a summary of her weekly spending and has been noticing that the cost of groceries have been increasing. So she about that bread. She about some budgeting. Hey, she might need to cool out on some of them weird ass hairdos and nails and them whatever. Anyway, it says when I'm starting to see the groceries, it's tripling up. It's like, hey yo, what the fuck is going on? I want to see for myself what the fuck shit is being spent on. The Bronx native says. She tells fans she went to the supermarket. Lettuce that was $2 a couple of months ago is now fucking $7. Of course, I'm going to say something. The fuck? I think this shit's crazy. Reaffirming another tweet she posted Tuesday about the price of lettuce. In 2022, grocery menu prices rose. They rose 10.6% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Supply chains issues. The war. See, they still talking about this war in Ukraine bullshit. And weather issues have all played a part in the rising costs. Nah, man, I ain't buying that shit. What the hell does Ukraine have to do with the lettuce prices in America? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. And prices on everything else. Because it's not just that. It's a damn car. It's just everything. Shit, you name it. It's going up. It's getting a lot more expensive out here, man. It says some followers have critiqued Cardi B for being involved in the conversation. One Twitter user wrote, "Girl, you rich as hell. Cut the nonsense. You not one of us no more." Another commented, "Aren't you a millionaire?" But these comments won't stop the rapper, according to her video, who hopes that her large fan base and wide reach will better the situation. No, it's not. See? And that's that pride, man, that our people be having, man. She think that I got a voice. I was like, I was talking to the Democratic. I done spoke to Joe Biden, and all this other. Because she done had some spills where she done supposedly got on this, her. Who the hell was she talking to? I think she was with that, the one, what's the one guy that was running for president? But, she done had some stints where, she done said some things politically and then kind of made a little bit of noise. But man, they don't give a shit. You're not changing up these inflation prices. You can forget about it. It says, but these comments won't stop the rapper, according to her video, who hopes that her large fan base and wide reach will better the situation. I can only imagine what middle class people or people in the hood is motherfucking thinking. So yes, I'm going to say something. The fuck? And she right about that, because if exactly, she's not in the hood. She's not in the hood. She's not, doing what the regular people that listen to her music are doing. You see what I'm saying? And I think that she people not buying them sneakers, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they were supporting her on, at first and stuff. Because man, shit, people are just out here like, man, hey, look, it's a day-to-day thing now. I'm surviving. You see what I'm saying? And she's right about what it's like for people in the hood. And that middle class is about out of here. So you might as well just be thinking about the people that's pretty much in these damn projects and just in the hood in general. Because I done a lesson. They had a special on talking about how the food stamps wasn't stretching as far as they used to, and it just is what it is, man. Shit. It used to be able to stretch you through the month. Now those same amount of money on the food stamp cards and stuff like that is only stretching you to about 2.5 weeks at best, right? Okay, it says, she says, and I have a big platform, so I do want anybody that is responsible of these fucking prices to put that shit the fuck down. They going to see my shit. They might put it down, so shut the fuck. I guess she's telling them. Basically, she's so damn proud that she think that she has so much pull in the music industry that somebody is gonna listen to her on a political level. Like, look, you bet. Hey, the best they gonna listen to you is your WAP, man, your WAP, your wet. That's it. They ain't trying to hear none of that, man. You don't get no say in this inflation stuff, man. You can forget about it, and it's only gonna get worse, man. Hell, her ass will be back in the Bronx in the P's in a little while. So of course, they got I'm not gonna go too much more into this. That's it though. Let's go into the scriptures. But like I said again, hey, this Proverbs 3 and 5 and 6 is something to pray for on a day-to-day basis, man, and do it. Proverbs 3 and 5 again, trust in Yahweh with all thine heart and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. See that? But see, this is where we're at right here. Because, as a matter of fact, she see, it's gonna even get worse for her, man. It's gonna get worse for all of them. What's that? Because she has her consolation on this side. Where's that scripture at? That scripture, woe to the rich, woe to you rich. I think I may have Luke 6 and 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have your consolation. Let's go to that real quick. It says, woe unto you, verse 24, Luke 6 and 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. And that's coming for you so-called rich people, man. A lot of you so-called white people, y'all about to go through it. And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites that have a little bit of bread, that been out here, kind of balling out of control for a hot sec, you're going to feel the grunt of it too. Woe unto you rich, and it's gonna hit you from a whole nother level because it's gonna be because verse 24 again, it says you have your consolation, you have your prize right now, man. You've been living in the lap of luxury for quite some time. You have people like your Michael Jordans, your Oprahs, the whole treasure trove of boule politicians. Been making 6 figures all their life, pretty much. You know, they've been living in gated communities. They never look back on their people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out here that was living pretty decent. But see, they done cut into that middle class. But let's get it's that let's see which version it is. It's a lot. Get that version in, yeah, Luke 11:3. This is what we look to. This is why this prayer is so important right here. This is what Yahweh Shai told us to pray for. And this is our daily prayer. And he said unto them, verse 2, Luke 11:2. And he said unto them, when ye pray, say, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so in earth. And that's what we're waiting on, because the Lord's kingdom is going to be right here on this planet. And there's going to be a role reversal. And all the nations, these heathen nations, they're going to be happy when we go into rulership, because the so-called white man he's not going to be in rulership anymore to have inflation and have the food prices and have all the wickedness that's going on in the planet. He's not going to have a part in the kingdom, man. Or he's going to be put to work. He's going to be too tired to be trying to think of some conniving shit, man. We're going to definitely put him down. Because he's the problem with the earth. He's the one that's done took peace from the earth, man. He's that red horse, man. Luke chapter 11, verse 3. This is the point. Give us day by day our daily bread. This is what it's about to all come down to. This is where the faith is about to come into play. This is what we're going to have faith in on a day-to-day basis. And I done a lesson on that movie, The Road. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And when you look at that movie, it was just a day-to-day thing, man. It wasn't if there was one moment in the movie where they had an opportunity to chill for a few days in this one spot that kind of had some food put up in a bunker that they ran across. Other than that, it was still a day-to-day thing though, because they were still on the look, because there were people out there that was hunting people to eat the people. It was people. Hey, that was the main thing in that movie, was to keep from being eaten. That was the number one thing in that movie to me, was to keep from being eaten. Because people was out hunting people, because the food was so scarce. So you Jake better wake the fuck up, man. Like, for real. Because what Cardi B is fussing about, it's gonna get a whole lot worse. And see, she's talking about from $2. It's the same thing in the hood. It's just that it's a little bit lower priced, because they already know they have the price. It's still expensive as hell to the people in the hood, but they can't just. They know if they charge $7 for a head of lettuce in the hood, that all that shit is just gonna rot anyway. It's just gonna rot, because nobody's gonna buy it. It's gonna just sit there, and then they'll have a little markdown on it, and then what's their markdown gonna be? What? They're gonna bring it down to like $5, where nobody's still gonna get it. So that shit's gonna rot. So they can't just go straight full ham on Jake in the hood. But see, where Cardi B probably live at, Matter of fact, there was an article where they're talking about six-figure people that make a six-figure income. They are leaving their neighborhoods to go into areas of the hood where there's a Walmart at, and they're shopping at these hood Walmarts. They're dressing down, jumping in their fucking Subaru, pulling up, running off in these Walmarts in the hood. They're taking off the expensive wedding band, the bracelets, the necklaces, coming to the hood just quick enough to just get in, off in here and get their shopping in and go the fuck back to the suburban area where they live at because they can't afford that Whole Foods price. And all these different, where these people live at, they have all these specialty shops and shit. You can go get specialty wine, specialty cheeses, specialty crackers, you name it, man. Jake just in the hood, trying to just put together something, man. Jake just like, what, hey, we gonna make spaghetti and we gonna eat this shit for 3 days. Gonna make a big ass pot. That type, Jake be having that idea. But it's gonna come to a point where, cause see, Jake been out of hand too. See, they've been using up the so-called white man's resources as far as those food stamps go, but now those food stamps are not reaching what they used to reach, man. But let me get verse 3 again. It says, give us day by day our daily bread. See? And that's the point that I really wanted to get in this. But hey, you should be praying the Lord's Prayer every day. And forgive us our sins, for we also forgive everyone that is indebted to us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. You see? And he said, and that's pretty much it. That's the point that I wanted to get. Really, I just wanted to get the point of give us day by day our daily bread. This is something that you should be praying for every day, because this is what it's all about to boil down to. It's not about to be no, man, Jake, you might be living out of a backpack, man, and just on the move. Rumbling through some old ass house, just looking through the cabinets and shit, trying to see if it's a can of old ass peaches in there, man. You run across a can of old ass Del Monte or something, some mixed fruit. Hey, straight up, man. Old ass can of pork, old ass can of beans. Hopefully it's not a can of pork and beans. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you running across the vegetarian kind. But like I said, man, it's about to get rough out here, because when you see shit like this, and you'll see a Cardi B and she's fussing about grocery prices, you can imagine. I'm telling you, man. I went to this. I was at Walmart today just trying to get a couple things for the Shabbat. And man, I'm telling you, man, every time I go, every time I've been going, week after week after week, this shit is not going down. It's not going down. And then you got tax season coming. As soon as these people, as a matter of fact, I got a relative that worked for an H&R Block, and they was telling me how people was already coming in there getting loans. They was getting loans before they even knew if they were gonna get anything back on their taxes, because they need that money, man. So things are getting rough out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Things are getting rough. And Cardi B, you ain't seen nothing yet, little mama. You ain't seen nothing yet. Your ass gonna be right back in the hood with an old ass pair of them Pumas that you've been promoting. I think that's who she was in. I think they dropped her ass though on that one, because nobody was buying that shit. Nobody. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.